All right, next up, G-Tech Community Stadium. It's going to be Brentford versus Manchester United. Rob, starting with you. Obviously, Man United on the back of that huge FA Cup win against Liverpool in extra time. FA Cup semi-final against Coventry coming up, a game that they should win. So, United are potentially looking at another FA Cup final this year. Um, they're still in the hunt, probably a long shot for top four, but they are still in the hunt for it. I think they're 11 points behind Aston Villa, but you know, United are one of these teams where they'll go on a good run, but then all of a sudden they'll come crashing back down. The performance from Sunday they'll take a lot of confidence from. But the thing is with United, they need to keep that consistency to their game. They need to, come out next week against Brentford, a team who are in pretty poor form in themselves. Like they need to come out and get a result here and keep that momentum going.
One thing we're not good at is playing well after a big performance. That's one thing that we've struggled with for a while.
Oh yeah, no,
Now I think Hoyland should be available, which is big for our attack because Garnacho on the right is so much better. Rashford would centre left. It's huge, and his Nico's play is brilliant. But yeah, all of a sudden FA Cup final should be there. Not going to just throw away Coventry just yet, although I should. Just get the win. Like Brentford last time out against us, they were all over us. I mean, we what they're 2-0 up and freaking that. Yeah, McTominay with the double after coming on. So it's a pity. I like Brentford. I don't want Brentford to lose or even go down, but they're very much a big risk of it, especially this weekend playing against United. United get the win. Now this could be a brilliant weekend for United because Villa and Spurs have two kind of very awkward games. So we just get the job done. That could be a 3-point swing, big time in our favour. Just get the job done. I come out with no injuries. Lisandro Martinez will be coming back in the next couple of weeks as well, which would be huge. We'll be nearly back to our first 11 finally in a proper back four. So just get the job done. A couple of goals would be nice. Maybe just a clean sheet, 1 or 2 nil clean sheet. Yeah. But we feel bad for Brentford. Like Brentford have no back four. Yeah, none of their start back four anymore. It's a pity for Thomas Frank. He's a very likable manager. Brentford are like a team. I thought once Tony came back, that was going to be it for them because
losing the likes of Ben Mee has been huge. He's obviously a big physical player for them. Paddy, going on to Brentford. 6 games, no wins in 6, 1 draw. I've seen against Burnley. They thought they had a late equaliser. Obviously, he's ruled out. But they're just on a slump, and they just seem to not be able to get out of it.
Everything seems to be going against them. I saw there during the week, the Arsenal game. Whenever Havertz scored, he shouldn't have even been on the pitch. That would be one of the things that's kind of going against them. What Rob said, Thomas Frank is a very, very likable manager. And Man United going to Brentford, again, what Rob said, it's a tough place to go, Brentford Stadium. Tony coming back, showing the quality that he has, is definitely going to be a big help.
I just want to touch quickly with Tony. There's been a lot of interviews since he's come back about him leaving, and he's been very open about it and being like, look, I'll leave, Brentford will get their money, everybody wins. And I just feel like, your team they're down really bad right now. Just be coming out with these interviews, it's just kind of, it's not what they needed. He's supposed to come back and he's supposed to, obviously maybe there was too much pressure put on the fact that Tony's back and they're like, oh, Brentford, they're back, he's going to start banging goals or he's going to start winning games. But he just comes it seems like every other weekend he's interviewing someone's being interviewed and he's like, I'm off to Madrid and then I'll get 80 million,
Well, he's not putting himself across in the best spotlight, to be fair.
No. I've seen, especially against Arsenal, the big fallout he was having with the players. I've seen a lot of Arsenal Twitter after that. Were like, I was a big fan of Tony, and a lot of Arsenal Twitter, especially after that game, was like, no, man, we can't have this guy. He's very hateful at times. And it's just not in the fun way, not in the Neil Maupay way, you know what I mean? He's a dickhead, but he's funny to watch. But Tony can just be just a dickhead on the pitch, man.
Tony can be a dickhead, but I actually like that about him. He says it like it is. He says it like it is. There's no hemming and hawing about it. Oh, will you leave? Will you stay? Do this? No, here, if the money's right, I'll go. I think he's actually
But then his attitude as well.
I think he's actually just waiting to see what the odds are on the next team.
But the attitude, it might be a factor for some teams being like, oh, he's fighting with a lot of opposition players on the pitch, and he's picking up a lot of yellow cards recently as well. So maybe from the outside looking in, it might not be favorite. You might not want that in a player. Like, who's going to cost you probably upwards of 70 million anyways. You don't want to see him fucking brawling on the pitch and like getting angry and mounting off every other game. That's just my opinion anyways, but
I kind of understand it as well. Like when you're a player who is, clearly the best player on the team, and he is a really good player. You will get frustrated. Like we see it in like smaller teams as well, like where there's one kind of stand-up player and everyone else isn't performing to, like, maybe they are performing to their best, but it's just not his quality. It can be frustrating. They start getting angry, stuff like that. Like, it is tough. Like, but I'd say it's tough for him anyways, having to come back to football. Obviously, he would have wanted to, come back anyways. Just in relation to the actual game itself, the good thing for Brentford is that it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. It's a spotlight game. All football eyes are going to be generally on that game. It's not like a 3 o'clock where it gets lost in the mix.
Yeah, in the rest of the games.
All everyone's eyes are going to be on it, so that does put a bit of pressure on. Same if it's like a 12:30 kickoff or Monday Night Football. It's a tricky game where the lower teams do tend to perform well.
Well, yeah, Rob, is it a one of those games where all the pressure's on Man United?
Oh yeah, oh Jesus, yeah. Which isn't great because pressure can either make diamonds or it fucking was in the tires, and United definitely fucking go into the tire shape more so than the diamond shape. So yeah, I still think 2-0 United would be great.
Right, well, 2-0 United. Tam?
1 each.
1 each. I think United probably scrape. I'm gonna say 2-1. I think United scrape it, just about.